Hello students, this is Dr. Gomadhanayagam, faculty in ophthalmology. Myself along with team Concept Next Exit has presented this short video discussion on level 1 question. The question is from neuro-ophthalmology. A patient with idiopathic intracranial hypertension presents with the following fundus picture. What's the type of optic atrophy seen? The options given are primary optic atrophy, secondary optic atrophy, consecutive optic atrophy, and cavernous optic atrophy. Here, two things are given, the history as well as a fundus picture. The fundus picture given here is only the optic disc as well as the peripapillary area. No much details are given. So from the history, we can come to a conclusion that there is some disc edema can be present. That is, idiopathic intracranial hypertension causes papilledema. That is the disc edema due to raised ICT. Here in the fundus picture, the optic disc is shown. The normal fundus picture and the optic disc details can be discussed, following which the answer discussion can be done. In a normal optic disc, the disc is vertically oval or spherical in shape. This is the optic disc shape, and this is the optic cup. The cup disc ratio is 0.2 to 0.3 in this patient, and normally it is about 0.3 to 0.5. It is pink in color. It is due to the surface capillaries which are present over the optic disc. Optic disc is nothing but optic nerve head which is seen through fundus examination. The margins are well defined, and the peripapillary area usually contains some atrophic changes or folds depending on the condition. Coming back to our question, as we have discussed, the things that should be seen are shape. It's oval only, but it is grayish white or dirty white in color. And the cup and the disc are not made out separately. The margins are ill-defined and it is blurred. There are some peripapillary folds. All these points are in favor of some optic atrophy. And here in our question, it is a secondary optic atrophy. Let us see how. These four types, that is primary, secondary, consecutive, and cavernous, are based on the clinical examination findings. And the primary optic atrophy is an optic atrophy in which there was no preceding disc edema. Usually the primary optic atrophy causes are retrobulbar neuritis, nutritional optic atrophy, hereditary optic neuropathy, and optic nerve or chiasmal compressive lesions. The disc pallor is commonly temporal in nature, followed by involving the complete disc. And in some patients with optic chiasmal compression, there can be band-shaped optic atrophy. That is, nasal side there will be some wedge of pallor, and temporal side there is a wedge of pallor, giving it appearance of band. So it's called as band-shaped optic atrophy. So this is about primary optic atrophy. Coming to secondary optic atrophy, which is the answer in our question. Here, the optic disc is grayish white or dirty white in color, and the arteries are very much thinned or attenuated, and there is ill-defined margins due to gliosis. Usually in secondary optic atrophy, there is preceding optic disc edema. The disc edema can be due to papillitis or papilledema. Papilledema is nothing but optic disc edema due to raised ICT, and anterior ischemic optic neuropathy. Here, the folds which are present, that is these things, or peripapillary retinochoroidal folds. These are called as Patton's folds. This is due to resolving chronic papilledema. Whenever there is papilledema or disc edema, due to any cause, there is stretching of the peripapillary retina. When the edema resolves, there is shrinking or wrinkling of the peripapillary retina. This gives to the appearance of these Patton's folds. So this is about secondary optic atrophy. And coming to consecutive optic atrophy, this optic atrophy is due to retinal ganglion cell damage. The common causes of consecutive optic atrophy are retinitis pigmentosa, central retinal artery occlusion, and extensive retinal photocoagulation. Always in a patient with waxy pallor and arteriolar attenuation, examine the fundus thoroughly, that is both posterior pole as well as periphery of the retina, in order to rule out the fundus pathology. So this is about consecutive optic atrophy. Coming to the last type of the clinical optic atrophy, cavernous optic atrophy. It is usually caused by advanced glaucoma. Cavernous means some deep cup or cave-like appearance. This atrophy occurs due to the damage and death of the ganglion cells and the axons, and there is deepening due to the raised IOP usually. So that's why there is deepening of the optic cup. This optic atrophy is otherwise called as cavernous optic atrophy of Schnabel or bean part optic atrophy. So in toto, we can come to a conclusion based on two things: the history as well as the optic disc image. And thanks a lot for listening to this short video discussion. Keep in touch with the concept Next Exit app, which is going to be launched soon. And feel free to contact us either through Telegram or WhatsApp messages. Learn happily and understand the concepts. Concept will help you in that always. Thank you.